We've just crossed the border to Guatemala on foot and illegally, so we need to find somewhere to get stamped in.
Before we can head to the border though, there is something that we need to do that I'm really not looking forward to.
A COVID test. Thankfully it's only an antigen one, so we can get it on the same day and hopefully get our results within like 15 minutes. I'm sure we'll both be negative.
Touch wood.
Not wood.
COVID test?
COVID?
Sí?
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 400 pesos?
You're going first.
Okay.
Gracias.
It's about 30 minutes until we get our results, so we're just popping to the local OXXO to grab some snacks. We're going to need them because it's going to be a long travel day across the border.
Gracias. You're going first because I'm scared.
Okay. Negativo.
I don't know why I'm saying good job like it was down to you. Just well done.
I did well not to catch COVID.
And my turn. Negativo. Let's go to Guatemala. So now that we've got our COVID test, we've got to head from where we're staying in Comitan to the border town of Ciudad Cuauhtémoc, and in order to do that, we need to get a bus. Hi, Cat. Hola, señor. Ciudad Cuauhtémoc.
Ciudad Cuauhtémoc.
Sí, border Guatemala.
Sí, acá.
Sí, gracias. So we found a collectivo to take us to the border. It's a little bit crowded, but at least we've got seats.
Our bags are on the roof, rather the bags than us.
Yeah.
It should take us about an hour and a half to get to the town where we get stamped out of Mexico.
So this is the current situation with Izzy's legroom. There isn't any.
It's actually not too bad. It's quite comfy. You don't believe it, do you?
Not at all. So we've been dropped off at the border town, and before we head into Guatemala, first thing we need to do is get stamped out of Mexico.
I'm pretty sure immigration is the fancy looking building just opposite us. Let's go have a look. We found where we're supposed to get stamped out, but the guard told us to wait outside the building, and he's just stood inside, so I don't really know what to do. We've just been waiting here for like 10 minutes. There's no one else in the queue or anything, he's just stood inside, not doing anything. Maybe he needs like someone else, a superior officer or something? Just speculating.
It is also pretty hot at this border town, which makes standing outside not very comfortable, I'll be honest.
The security guards just told us that the passport control officer is going to be back in 20 minutes, so that's why we're waiting.
Passport controller here.
We'd read loads of horror stories online about people really struggling to leave Mexico and having to pay loads of money, but that was really easy for us. You shouldn't ask us for anything, just our passports and our immigration form, and then stamp us out. So really straightforward. The thing is though, the border isn't actually here, it's about an hour's walk that way, and then we get stamped into Guatemala. So we should be able to get a taxi there or maybe a lift from someone. Let's go have a look, because I'm not doing an hour's walk. How did they 25?
No idea. Somehow Izzy managed to convince the taxi driver to take us for less than half the price he asked for. Oh, she's good.
Okay, gracias. We've accumulated another person in the taxi, but we still have no driver. The guy who took our money keeps yelling for the driver to come over, and I think the driver's busy having a snack.
And we've got one more person, and the car's full, so we're off.
Yay! We've just crossed the border to Guatemala on foot and illegally, so we need to find somewhere to get stamped in. Can't use my phone because my data doesn't work here. So we're just looking for the most official building we can find and hoping that that's where we get our passport stamped.
So, sí.
Okay.
Muchas gracias. Or we just find a really official looking person and they'll tell us where to go.
We must really look like we're foreign because people keep just going to us. But that was so scary though, like we just walked across the border and we could just keep walking. No one would know or care. We wouldn't need to get stamped in. I mean, we're gonna, but like, scary how easy that was.
Just to be really clear, that's not us telling you that you should just walk across the border. Do it the legal way, get stamped in. So after a lot of paperwork, questions and Google Translate, we're finally through the border. Now what we need to do is find somewhere to get some cash out and get the bus to the town where we're staying tonight.
The border town on the Guatemalan side is actually really lively. It's a proper town with loads of restaurants, a colourful market, and hopefully an ATM. The border control person told us there was an ATM about 500 metres away, and I think I can see it.
We've got some cash, and like Izzy mentioned earlier, our phone contracts don't work in Guatemala, so what we need to do now is try and get a SIM card.
The phone number?
Yeah, that's your Tigo phone number.
Before we came here, we were told that you couldn't buy a SIM card when you just crossed the border, but it turns out there are loads of places. So now I have data! Yay! Final thing to do today is catch a bus to the town where we're staying in, which is called Kisa?
Zila.
Zila! None of the things I just said, Zila.
The town's official name is actually a lot longer, and we'll put it at the bottom of the screen here. It's actually shortened to Zila. If you went to Guatemala and you want to get a bus away from La Mesilla, which is the border town, walk straight up the main road from the border and you're looking for this red building. When you see this red building, go down the little road to the left-hand side. That's where the buses are.
I see a chicken bus. Chicken buses are repainted US school buses that are used as local buses here, and that's what we're getting.
Oh.
Chela.
This bus is by far the coolest looking form of public transport I've ever gotten. It's so colourful.
It is so colourful, it's really cool. I wish we had buses like this in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, I wonder why they use old US school buses.
This is the bumpiest bus I've ever been on.
We're here, although, as usual, I'm not exactly sure where here is. We need to shut the door as well.
Aha! No, what? Work! Shut! How do you... What? I don't understand! How did you do that?
I'm so strong.
Good job. ¿Sí? ¿Sí?
No, el chofer.
Hey! Gracias, adios. Buenas noches. Seeing as it's late and we don't know the city very well, we're going to jump in a taxi to our accommodation. Thankfully there's Uber here, so it's super simple. We've just realised that our taxi driver dropped us off in not exactly the right place, so we're having to walk around and try and find where our Airbnb is. Hopefully we can find it soon. Aha! Come here. As you just saw me handling a pair of keys, I'm going to guess that you figured out we've made it to our accommodation.
It's weird being in a new country after having spent 7 weeks in Mexico, but I'm really looking forward to exploring Guatemala.
It has been a very, very long and tiring day, as you can imagine. So we're going to go to bed. So thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe.
And we'll see you tomorrow for something Guatemalan. Maybe going to Lake Catalan, maybe going somewhere else. We haven't planned anything yet.
Something Guatemalan. Yours is a lot lighter than mine.
Good.
Yeah, good for you.
To the border to Guatemala. Do you know any songs about Guatemala?
No. Sorry.